Yes.
But like the comparison, like with me and some of the other guys.
So that'd be something neat to see, the Harris Centers at
The Pirates playing in Williams.
All right, welcome back to the third period. Now, the third period, we always try to have a good amount of fun with this one. Sports bloopers. So
Nothing like a good sports blooper.
Something just scratch your head at, like, what? Really? Because I seen one. Now, I'm not sure if this is a sports blooper or just something that, why would you do it? I saw a video the other day of they decided to almost like water polo, but with kayaks. And the ball was in the middle, two kayaks going. One kayak jumped the other one, square in the face. And, of course, I laughed.
Did you ever... The guy played for the White Sox, and I want to say it happened in like the early 90s, because actually very early 90s, because they didn't have the current look that they do now for their uniforms. He actually slid into first to try to beat out the throw, and he was safe. And he was covered in dirt, right? And he forgot he was on the field, and he started undoing his buckle to get the dirt out of his pants, and he pulled his pants down, and the ump's like, "What are you doing?" And he had to pull them off.
I can only imagine his face. Probably the umps probably chuckled at him.
I know it made MLB's like greatest bloopers of all time when MLB Network.
It had to. It had to. But that's almost like a dead given. For that one. I can imagine how red his face was. Oops. But the one blooper, the first one that we have up here is Pirates losing on a simple pop-up. Now, this could happen to anybody, but if you just have to laugh because it's the Pirates. I mean, I think this was recently. I think like in the last day or two. I think it was.
Yeah.
Remember right? No. Yeah. Because I think it was just posted 11 hours ago from what I'm looking at right now. So,
I mean, he clearly, looking at it, it looks like he either misjudged it or he lost sight of it, which that can happen to anyone. It's just two teams having a really bad year, and just so have that out of those two teams, the Cubs and the Pirates, that was the Pirates who made the mistake.
Well, that's not the first time the Pirates made a mistake of that type. I forgot who it was, but I think it was the 10th or 11th inning, and pop up out to him. He has track of it, and he starts stumbling. And that was the game, and the Yankees.
Gregory Polanco.
That's okay. And that was it. The Yankees won the game.
It was the Phils.
Was it the Phils? I thought it was the Yankees.
It was the Phils.
I must be thinking of another one then. But either way, Pirates again.
There are just some teams that have really bad luck, as we spoke about in the first period.
They're destined for it. They're destined for bad luck all around, I guess. But hey, like we always say, gotta love good bloopers, gotta love all that fun stuff. Because actually YouTube has top 100 sports bloopers from 2010 to 2019. Fails and funny moments.
They're really easy to find. They have the old MLB VHS tape bloopers.
Jeez,
so I'll sit and watch
VHS.
those every now and then. Those are fun to watch.
VHS, jeez.
One of my favorites, and it's from the VHS era, is Jose Canseco giving up that home run off of his head.
Oh, that was funny. Oh, by the way, I actually just found the blooper of that Pirates game. We were both wrong. It was the Cubs.
Again?
It was the Cubs. I actually have the video up right now while looking at it on that top one, because I remember seeing it. It's like, I know it wasn't I thought it was the Yankees, but then
what doesn't make that
you
one
said the
funny
Phils.
though is because he does get injured. I mean,
But look,
Bloopers are funny when they don't get injured.
Yeah, like you see the skateboard that make it. You don't, okay, they make it great. You always watch it for when they fall. But yeah, it was the Cubs. Go figure.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that Jose Canseco one going right off his head.
Another misjudgment.
I mean, but it went right off his head.
And it looks like it would have hit where the little
the little button. Ow.
Yeah, a little more so. But I mean, what I hate to say this, but what a perfect player for that to happen to.
What are the chances though of like you're going, all of a sudden it hits off, you misjudge it, that hits off the top of your head and goes out. What are the chances of that?
One of the best parts of that are the commentators just dying talking about it. Like wouldn't they're cracking up laughing at it.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah.
It's like watching a boxing match or a mixed martial arts match, and both guys get knocked out at the same time. What do you do? I mean, how can you not, try to, not make fun of it?
Right.
I can't imagine how he felt though.
I'm sure he was very embarrassed. But you can't, you're not living that down.
No, you're not. No, but
there's many things Jose Canseco is going to be remembered for, and unfortunately, that's going to be one of them.
So, how was your day? Oh, home run. Oh, really? Yep, off my head. What? But like I said, just the chances of that happening, of hitting the top of his head and going out. Well, I was watching a blooper where a guy it hit the yellow line twice, and then when he tried to swing it back in, he actually swung it out. Like he actually knocked it out over the line.
Yeah,
but it hit the yellow line twice. Like it was a perfect shot that it hit, went up, came down again, went back up, and then went to swing it back into play. He actually hit it out.
Jesus.
Well, it's sort of like in football where a guy hit a couple of years ago. One of the kickers, field goal kicker, hit all three poles. Hit both uprights in the crossbar on the same kick. Talk about unlucky. Same thing with Canseco. Right off his head. Of course, though, it's always entertaining sports bloopers. Now, what you did to that kid during soccer, that he didn't fake. He was out. Yeah, you're not going to live that one down either, because that was pretty funny.
You give one kid a shoot clothesline and you never live it down.
Well, you're told to get a stoppage.
I was doing what I was told, man. My coach might have been crazy, but I didn't want to run a 10-mile lap. So,
but I think any any soccer bump.
First off, I got to say, I love the fact that you use the term bump. You're using the wrestling term, not the soccer term of dive. You used bump. So A+ on that.
Well, you bump into soccer players are just like flopping like a fish.
Yeah, their bumps aren't crisp.
Where
they're not letting a flat back like Kurt Angle. They're
they're flopping like a fish out of water. I mean, they're like I always love it when both players hit each other. One falls, looks at the other one, and then he falls down.
You know what's funny? Okay. The picture I downloaded to put up on the screen for you to put up on the screen in this discussion for YouTube is two players laying on the ground, both looking at the ref, arguing.
I saw the one. I wish I could understand what the announcers were saying, being this was overseas. Two players, one in front of another. the guy behind the one player grabbed his hand, grabbed his arm, around the wrist area, swung it up, hit himself in the face with it, falls down, tries to get a call. So I was like, really? That's hilarious.
Calling back to a previous episode, do you think there's flopping in fireball soccer?
Well, yeah, maybe to get out of the way. Because I'm sorry, if I see a fireball soccer coming straight at me, I'm moving. I don't care. I'm not staying in front of that to stop.
You'd have to pay me to give that a header. I got to be honest.
You lose your hair.
I'm starting to. I mean, I got that family curse.
Yeah, fireball soccer. No, I'm not staying in front. No. When I was looking that up, I remember watching the one guy kick the ball. The goalie was like, nope. And the ball went right through the net. It's like, net, nope. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, like I said, soccer's full of bloopers. They're just full of them. Like I saw one today where a guy a goalie went to throw the ball out, hit the opponent in the head and bounced in. Or the goalie tried to throw it out, he threw it in his own net. I mean, soccer's just full of them. But it's always funny to when they bump into each other and one guy starts acting like he's just been shot.
Yeah, they don't sell good.
No. It's not subtle. That's for sure. Because they don't know what's injured at that point. They don't know if it's their leg, their head, their arms. They're just bouncing all around.
So I don't think we can have a discussion of sports bloopers and not talk about Carl Lewis singing the national anthem.
Yeah, no, that's kind of like a staple in that one. You kind of have to.
No discredit to Carl Lewis as an Olympian, as a great runner in Olympic history for America. No disrespect to him. Unfortunately, he's going to be known for how bad he sang the national anthem in 1993.
We're going to say how bad?
For the Bulls and the Nets.
I would say, yeah, if you're going to be nice, we'll go how bad he sang it. If we want to be nice.
There are, one, if you're going to watch the clip of this, you have to watch the clip from ESPN SportsCenter with Charlie Steiner not being able to keep it together. Because it's the only way to watch it. For the record, Charlie Steiner, my all-time favorite anchor on SportsCenter, because he could never keep it together. He was the Jimmy Fallon of SportsCenter.
Yeah, the way he just loses it, it's just, you just know he's gone. Because you always flicked his ear.
He always flicked his ear when he was laughing. That was his cue to the camera guys that he can't keep it together.
Yeah, he's gone.
There's outside of Charlie, there's two really great things in that video. One, Derek Coleman covering his face, trying to not laugh. And two, when Carl Lewis goes, "Uh-oh, I'm done." As soon as he says, "Uh-oh," I'm laughing so hard I'm in tears. It'll never get old to me.
No. At that point, no.
He did our nation a great service as an Olympian. He did us a great disservice as a singer.
If you want to call it singing. If you want to call it that. Because that was pretty bad.
Still better than Fergie.
And that's not saying much.
Because I think, that was at the NBA All-Star game a few years ago. And she tried to do like a jazzy, bluesy version of it. And the players were just outright laughing at her while they were standing in line for the anthem.
If you're going to sing it right. Don't try to put your own twist on it. Because when you put your own twist on it, it could get ugly. It's
already a difficult song to sing because of the notes you have to hit. They really should vet the people who sing the national anthem.
I just, yeah, pretty much when, like you said, when you go, uh-oh.
Speaking of the anthem, do you remember the one time at the Bears games when someone threw in "Let's Go Bears" and the crowd booed them because they were messing with the anthem?
But normally, though, at the end of the anthem is when everybody starts yelling "Go Bears!"
Right, but the person, you remember the person singing it threw that in. I think they said like, "Let's go Bears" and "Home of the Brave" or something like that. And
something like that. And yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that got ugly quick.
Almost as bad as when that 10-year-old kid said Ron Hextall was his favorite Bear when he wasn't even alive to see Ron Hextall play as a Bear.
Pretty much.
East Coast fans.
Right? I mean, I've
not
never
insult
seen
our
Hextall
intelligence.
I'd never seen Hextall as a Bear. He was my favorite goalie as when I was goaltending as a Flyer. He was one of my favorites.
Lineup.
Yeah, I think it's up in my attic, actually.
It's probably still in the packaging.
I think that's one of them. I got to look. But yeah, that was funny when that kid says the favorite Bear is Ron Hextall.
I think he was sitting in front of us, too.
Who, the kid?
Yes.
I forget that part.
You had a few that night.
A few? Really? Yeah, probably I did. Probably Carlos might have had a few before he started singing the national anthem.
But
some of those notes, like I said, that song was hard enough to begin with, but some of the notes he didn't hit.
Uh-oh. So in light of this topic, I think anyone listening, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on Facebook, hit us in the comments on YouTube. Let us know what your favorite bloopers are. Lord knows there's thousands.
Yeah, there are.
And there's videos everywhere on YouTube of sports bloopers. These are just some of the ones that we like.
I know the one hockey one I watched. I forget the player. He was skating on an empty net. Empty net. I think he got to the top of the crease. He puts it over the net.
Oh.
I mean, at that point, you just let it go in. You don't even have to push it. He puts it up and over.
There's a college baseball game that was rained. There was in a rain delay, and the players from both teams came out in the tarp, and it was like each
they made a slip and slide.
No, there was the tallest player in each team had a player on top of his shoulder with a bat, and they had the catcher's gear on, and they were jousting on the tarp during the rain delay.
That's great. Oh, that's great. That sounds fun. Oh, that's great.
And oh my God, mascot bloopers are tremendous. There's
countless of those just with the Phillies.
There is one of my favorite Fanatic ones. He's I guess what are they? The Clearwater Threshers down in Clearwater.
Yeah, something like that.
The Fanatic was there at the game, and they were doing a mascot race. Or no, the Thresher was racing a kid, and the Fanatic comes out of nowhere and like cross bodies the crap out of the Thresher, and it gets me every time.
Great, now I gotta look that up. Thanks. Let's go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, that's mascot bloopers are just the best. But yeah, like Jason said, comment. Let us know what your favorite blooper is, what your all-time favorite is to watch. That gets you every single time. That either gives you just laugh at it hysterically or just like, oh, that gotta hurt. Either way, just let us know. Just let us know. Yeah, bloopers definitely, they don't get old at all.
No, not at all.
They do not. They're always fun to watch. Gotta love those. So on that note, that'd be the end of period 3.
Before we wrap this up, wasn't there was it a VHS tape series or a TV show called The Lighter Side of Sports?
I vaguely remember that. Something like that.
You need that. You need those bloopers. We get too serious about our sports sometimes. We need that humor to bring everything back to earth. Well, with that, you can catch me every month on the Philly Baseball Together podcast with my co-host Tori. Once a month, we bring you our thoughts on the Phils. That is going to be under the umbrella of the Baseball Together podcast network, and you can find that wherever you get your podcasts. So I just got word from Baseball Together that we were in the top 250 of baseball podcasts in North America.
Interesting.
So now you got to think that's just, I mean, it's just baseball podcasts. It's not general sports podcasts like what we do. But that was pretty cool to find out that.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. Oh, and also it was the lighter side of sports. It was, I want to say it ended in 2004, 97 to 04.
Oh, cool. See, I knew it's from something. It's been a long day.
Right? Yeah, I just saw that.
Inside Baseball, we started recording this on Friday. It is now Saturday.
Yeah, that it is.
And you'll get this on Sunday, so. Or whenever you decide to listen to this.
It'll come out Sunday.
They may not listen on Sunday. That's the.
Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah,
no, that's big. Top 250.
Yes. Specifically 208.
Hey, and think how many podcasts are out there.
Yeah, a lot, especially now.
Right? Oh, that's crazy.
No, but
That
I
is
mean,
crazy.
This podcast will only run as long as the Phil's season continues. So, next month could be our last one for all we know.
Hey, why not? Keep it going.
No, if the Phils keep going, yeah, maybe. If they keep playing like they did tonight, probably not.
Expected against the Marlins.
Oh, geez. I know. Well, with all of this, thank you for joining us for episode 28 of the Not Another Sports Podcast. You can find us online at Facebook at facebook.com/NotAnotherSportsPod, Twitter at NotAnotherSport1, at Instagram at NASPod20, at TikTok at NASPod20, and on YouTube. If you so choose to watch us, please subscribe, like us, comment on YouTube. With that, the Not Another Sports Podcast is available for streaming or download at Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, and we have now been added to Amazon Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio. So you can also find us there if you so choose. Please,
we're everywhere.
Almost. I think the only one we're not on at this point is Pandora, and it's a pain in the butt to get on Pandora. So please do not forget to subscribe, rate, and review. With that, I'm Jason.
I'm David.
We'll talk with you next time.
Have a good one.